Greetings from the nation's capital. This week's story does end up here eventually. However, it started back in Minneapolis. We had a chance when we were there to sit down and talk to a photographer who not only shared his incredible work with us, but also what it was like to have a front row seat to history.
This was not an event. This was not a hashtag. This happened to a real person. George was a human. I got a text, Ben Crump needs you tomorrow. And I responded, I can do that. I was there for the family, documenting the humanity around George. I think I took over 30,000 photos. My name is Uzoma Obasi. I'm a photographer and videographer here in the Twin Cities. You know, when it comes to a picture, you are able to freeze that moment because it'll never happen again. And I want each picture to tell a story. Like, I was in a lot of rooms where it was just me. I think the most powerful images, were when the family first went to the memorial site. I have a picture of them all with their fists up, facing the crowd, and you can see the crowd is, as far as you can see. There's an image I have of Philonis when he was testifying in front of Congress, not even 24 hours after his brother had been buried. So yeah, I was in the room with the family for the verdict, family that wasn't in the courthouse. I was the only camera in the room. Reverend Al Sharpton was there as well as Reverend Jesse Jackson. We were waiting in anticipation. And guilty verdict came. For me, it was like I started crying right away, and I was like, oh, I got back to work. And then, because I had to document everything that was happening in that room, but happiness. And family members crying. I have a picture out there of Reverend Jesse Jackson crying, of Al Sharpton crying. People think that they are only there for attention, but what they don't get is the fact that they don't need to be there for attention. They bring the attention that they already have to the issues. They're doing it for those families. Events open people's eyes. It opened a lot of people's eyes to the fact that we are not as different as we were taught to believe. His daughter loved him. His family loved him. That was their brother. That was their father. That was their cousin.
What do you think has really changed over the last couple years?
Really, there's more unity within the Black community, and then also just more allyship as well from other communities.
Because of this, you think it brought everybody together?
It did, yeah.
What do you hope the family gets out of the work you've done?
I want them to get whatever it is they want from those images, but for the most part, I want them to get some sleep.
And what do you hope everybody else gets?
My work was about documenting the humanity around George. This was not someone who sought out to be a martyr for a movement. And I want to make sure people understand George was a human.